doubted him. And everybody doubted him, and what happened?
The bubble.
Well, we doubted him. They didn't even make the playoffs that year.
Right.
And then now it worked out last year, yes. But this year, in April, a thunderstorm is coming. It was a sprinkling, all right? It was a shower. It was a sun shower, all right? So I would prefer that LeBron go on vacation, hang out with Savannah and the family, have some fun, get away from hoop, then get back in the lab, and to Shannon's point earlier, get on the phone with Bradley Beal, get on the phone with Dame Dollar, start recruiting, and then come back next year. Don't say nothing. Just come back with a vengeance next year, run the point, give me 21 and 10, and then we'll see what they could do with Brooklyn.
No, I can't do that. Because I can't do that. See, we've all seen I didn't know he was that good. He snuck up on me. How many times we heard, man, they snuck up on him. They snuck up on him. They didn't know they was that good. They took him lightly. I'm telling you I'm coming. I forewarned you. You remember, I'm telling you, you doubt me at your own peril, Skip Bayless. I know you at the front of the band. You the drum major in this, and there's a lot of people playing horns and flutes behind you that's echoing, that's trumpeting this song that you got going, but I got something for you. Yeah, we had a shortened offseason. Won the championship in October. We end up having to play the season come December, starting on Christmas. So everything was condensed. I didn't get the regular offseason that I normally get. The regular season was condensed. I hurt my ankle. Funny, nobody was talking about Father Time. Nobody even mentioned Father or Time with LeBron James before he got that ankle. Then all of a sudden, Father Time touched him on his... I know, having dealt with high ankle sprains, how difficult they are to overcome. But I'm telling you this, given the fact that he's going to have an extended offseason, because normally, Chris, you know, he always goes up until the very end. He's one of the last men standing.
Right.
Now he gets an extra 6 weeks. Look at all the teams that's in the playoffs. What happened last year when the bubble ended?
Shannon.
Yes.
Can you name the time, though?
Yes.
Where LeBron's come out and said something like this, and they won?
Yeah,
He wasn't going into the bubble bragging, oh, I'm about to do... He just did.
In the cigars. He needs to recommit.
I might need to get on me some.
Maybe a sip a night, but I think he's drinking a bottle a night.
Oh, well, if a little good, more got to be better.
Yeah, that's what they say. So I appreciate everything Chris Broussard just said, because when I saw this, at first I laughed, and then I was a little sad for LeBron because he just can't stand being out of the spotlight. So he's got to go badass. He's got to go gladiator. I will get my vengeance in this life or the next. And I'm surprised that Richard Jefferson took a shot at his friend again, because that's a shot to say, well, it's going to have to be in the next life, right?
We're not listening to Richard.
Okay. So the point is that I believe LeBron is feeling threatened, not only globally by Kevin Durant, best player on the planet, but locally by Kawhi Leonard, who's making his case as the best player on the planet, as Chris just brought out. So the point is that all of a sudden, he's under fire on both fronts, because Kevin Durant is playing at a level we have never seen him play. And all of a sudden, Kawhi Leonard went up to Jordan-esque levels in Games 6 and 7 to pull them out of the hole that they dug for themselves against the Dallas Mavericks. And again, I hark back. If we could just briefly see what Kawhi did 2 years ago in that commercial, the New Balance commercial, Kawhi is finally backing this up right under LeBron's nose right here in Hollywood. If we could see it, here's the commercial. This was 2 years ago, and it is finally coming to Kawhi. Oh, look at that. Little dangling keychain with the crown on it.
You make a commercial to sell a product, to try to sell a product 2 years later?
Look at this.
Why'd you back it up when you made the commercial?
New Balance. Don't tell anyone.
Chris,
did you see the exercise? It's Kawhi Town now. L.A. is Kawhi Town. And I think
he doesn't even live in L.A. He lives in San Diego.
Well, it's L.A. proper. You know how it goes. He is an L.A. area resident. You know it, and I know it.
No, he's not.
In this city, if the Clippers pull off what I think they're about to pull off, which is Utah, Suns, Nets, it's going to become Kawhi Town.
No, first of all, they're not pulling off anything.
LeBron
You know
ages
that.
into media
hold
mogul.
on. So, hold on. Wait a minute. Just a second. Let me get this and make sure I get this on record. So how can KD be the best player on the planet when he has clearly the best team on the planet and he lose to the Clippers?
Well, he doesn't have James Harden right now, right?
I ain't talking about right now. No, you told me. Now, hold on. Chris, how many times have LeBron James gone into the finals and had 3 of the top 5 players on his team and lose? I gotta give you that. He one time, 2011. I believe he had 3. Dirk was one of the top. So, but he had Chris Bosh, D Wade, LeBron against.
Bosh probably not top 5. Yeah.
You don't think he was top 5 in that
Bosh was
series?
probably not
I'm talking about in a series.
Oh, in that series?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But you got not only you got 3 of the top 5, you might got 3 of the top 10 guys in the league on one team, and you lose. And you talking about he the best player on the planet?
Do the Clippers have 3 of the top 5? No, they do not.
No.
They got Kawhi Leonard, and here he comes.
I think the Clippers are the best team left in the West. Look, I wouldn't be shocked if they don't get there because I think all these 4 teams are pretty close. But I think the Clippers should win the West. And while I got Brooklyn beating them, their roster matches up pretty well with Brooklyn, especially if it's just KD and Kyrie. Because you got Paul George and Kawhi that you can theoretically put on them to slow them down a little bit. If Harden's playing, then I think Brooklyn will roll. I still would roll with Brooklyn anyway, but that'll be an interesting matchup. But, Shannon, I'll say this about LeBron, and we're talking about Father Time. He's now been hurt fairly seriously 2 of his last 3 seasons. And you know, and the one season he got through, he got a 4-month hiatus. And you know that part of Father Time is it's not like you can't play anymore. You're not great anymore.
Injuries happen with frequency.
But it's just you can't sustain it. Yeah, the injuries. And so that's what's one of the things that's making me look at this as this is Father Time, not just the injury. It keeps happening.
The thing is that it's freak. You know what I'm saying? A guy, undercuts him and rolls his ankle. He's going for a loose ball and does a split and tweaks his groin. These are freak injuries. And I just think the thing is, you know what, hey, we're going to get a little bit more pliability. We're going to start stretching, get on the reformer, start, doing a little Pilates. We're going to be right.
Yeah?
Yep.
I thought he was suggesting with the Gladiator post that Solomon Hill was his Commodus who sabotaged him by stabbing him before they had their death match in the Coliseum. Right?
I would have loved to have seen how the season played out had GOAT James stayed healthy. Had AD been able to stay healthy. I'm not so sure you'd be over there with your chest all out, your jacket unbuttoned like you're puffing right now.
Yeah, I'm puffed up.
Yeah, I know you puffed up right now because GOAT James and AD up out of there. But they'll be back. They'll be back. And then what?
So you weren't embarrassed by this?
LeBron needs to get on AD, too.
Oh, yeah, AD gonna get the lab. AD gonna get the lab. He gotta get
spending $1.5 million on his body like LeBron.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And by the way, you guys keep bringing up Bradley Beal and Damian Lillard. Guess who else is about to be free when this playoffs are over?
We don't want him.
Kawhi Town.
We don't want him.
Kawhi Leonard.
We don't want him.
I don't know.
We want Dame Dollar.
In fact, a longtime NBA source, highly trusted source of mine, when it looked like the Clippers were about to flame out against the Mavericks, texted me in the middle of whatever game it was where they looked like they were dead in the water.
Oh, game 3 when it was down 30-11?
It was actually game 6, he texted me. And he said, LeBron's got Kawhi on speed dial. He's already written the text, and he's about to hit send as soon as the game is over. Please come join me. To Kawhi.
We good. We want Dollar. I want Dollar.
Yeah.
I want Dollar.
Oh, so you don't want to win?
I want Dame Dollar. Give us Dame Dollar.
If Brooklyn sweeps to the finals, maybe. But otherwise, Skip,